Welcome back to the
Sometimes
Warren,
for some reason my
everyone.
internet
Welcome
like
back to the second
sometimes.
episode. Unfortunately, we were not able to secure the services of Chip in It, so I had to invite his British cousin, Chip and Brit, to join us. Uh, yeah. I was thinking today how to make this as confusing and hard to follow as possible. So, what's going to happen is we're going to introduce all of the players here, real quick. Then, I'm going to do a quick overview of what happened last time. I'm going to ask the players then how they felt their characters acted, like what their personality is. And then I'll fill in everything else afterwards. So if that confused you, then it accomplished its purpose entirely. I am, of course, Arthur Perkins. This is AP Gaming Real, and I am joined by Eric Vilgaris. Eric, how the hell are you?
Oh my God, AP, I am so good. I am so happy. I've started playing The Witcher and doing a Let's Play of The Witcher, and that has just consumed my life. And I could not. I don't want to do anything else. That game is amazing, but except the Warren, because I love my Watership Down, my bunnies and burrows, and I'm excited to come back and replay
Buddies and
Saffron.
burrows.
Yeah,
That's a tattoo if I haven't heard one.
Um,
love my rabbits.
I like bunkers and badasses. Someone needs to make a Pandora style thing. Um,
It's fair.
I gotta ask, like, I tried playing Witcher 2 for about 5 minutes and was like, wow, I hate this game.
Yeah, I never played any other Witcher except for this.
Oh, okay, all right. So I mean,
I'm
I could
I'm
just
playing
jump
this
into
shit
the system,
blind.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm playing it blind and it's amazing.
All right,
Um,
interesting. I might pick it up once Game of the Year comes
yeah.
out, and then do like a full Witchering playthrough,
Ooh, that's a
or
good idea.
not. Maybe I'll just wait for Game of the Year and just play three. Are you a man whore?
Me?
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
in your Witcher playthrough, man.
oh,
I'm
in my
just
Witcher, I was like, what? No. I haven't had the chance to do anything like that yet. I'm only about like 8 hours in, and I'm only like level 4 because I've just been running
Oh,
around
that's weird
murdering
because
everything.
everybody's like, yeah, man, you can just have sex with everything.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
All right, okay.
We'll see.
Chat says you're a total man whore confirmed, but it's Tice, so.
Oh,
Yeah, you stream over at twitch.tv/Eric Vulgaris, right?
correct. I
And
stream
people can like
there.
find your schedule by going to your Twitch page and then clicking the about button, which takes them to ericvulgaris.com, where you can look at your schedule, right? Like that's
Correct.
a
I also
thing.
have a link at that site for ericvulgaris.com/schedule, which reveals my weekly schedule of streams.
Wow, amazing. And we don't stream at the same time, so if people wanted to like watch your late night stuff after my stuff, they could
Yeah,
do that, right?
absolutely.
Man, I'm so good at
Yeah.
advertising, and I'm not blunt at all.
Mm-mm. I love that nuance.
Yeah, the nuance, subtlety, subtlety has been employed right here. Anything else you want to say before we move to Chip and Brit?
No, I'm just happy to be here. Excited to play some Bunnies and Burrows. I just played some Night Witches earlier today, so I'm excited to go into the player position here and play some more Powered by the Apocalypse goodness.
Excellent, awesome. And hey, Bully Pulpit Games retweeted this today that we were doing this, so
Yeah,
they make everything cool like Night Witches.
for sure.
And just to be clear, guys, if you don't know what Night Witches is, you can head to youtube.com/apgamingreal and look for the playthrough called Night Witches, where we play Night Witches. It's pretty
Ooh.
good. It's old school as hell. All right. Yeah. Chipping it. I'm sorry, Chippin' Brit. If people were to find your cousin, the actual Chippin' It, they would go to twitch.tv/Chippin' It, right?
Yeah, he's more active over on Twitter because he hasn't really been doing shit. He's a lazy sack of shit.
I heard that. I heard that about him.
Works 40 hours a week and doesn't do his hobbies. What a piece of
Well,
crap.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, speaking of hobbies, what hobbies does Chippin' It have?
I draw shit. I write shit. I help out people in RPG community. I'm always available. I like writing. I like coming up with characters. So it's a whole lot. It's like I'm a jack of all trades, but at the moment, nobody's been needing my services, so I've just been doodling shit.
Cool, cool.
And Eric, I'm sorry. I tried to do the one that you suggested, but I am horrible at drawing pagodas.
Oh,
So bad.
yeah.
I
Oh, that's
cannot
fine.
draw one for the life of me. Like I get like the box frame all set up, and I'm just like, where do I go from here?
How do I do this?
But yeah, most
You're fine.
recently I had the kind of return to the cantina scene for
Oh man,
Han
that was
Solo,
so cool.
Oh,
and
awesome.
When I showed that on screen on Edge of the Empire, everyone was like, "Oh, this is so cool! What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?" And then I was like, an old friend with white hair shows up, and everyone was like, "Oh no, it's that guy!" And someone was like, "I pull out my gun immediately." I was like, "Yeah, yeah."
Yeah.
legit. Um, and then most recently I started working around with like character shading and stuff like that. I'll put it to you guys in Skype if you wanted to check it out. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
please.
you can do that. If you just want to watch my Twitter stream, I literally retweet chipping it art from time to time. Especially when it involves you're like an art remixer. You like take cotton-tailed art and you're like, here's cotton-tailed art, color.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's easy to do coloring, and she was just drawing a lot of stuff, and I was just like, oh hey, I could color that for her. She might like that. And so I did, and yeah, I haven't seen too much line art show up on my feed lately, so I'm sorry, Cotton. But I'll keep an eye out.
God.
Okay, I don't know if you guys saw my fan art stream,
I did.
but yeah, Cottontail was pretty much
Oh
the
my God.
majority of that.
Yeah, I love that thing so much. I love her work that she did.
Yep, she does good stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've got it on the board here for people to look at later, so
Yeah.
they'll know who we're talking about.
Yeah. She really hopped onto it.
That dog, every time. I mean, yes, everything else is good, but that dog always gets me because I'm like, that's a good dog right there. That dog, that's the kind of dog I want. Yeah, man, should have got a dog instead of a cat.
Yeah, I
Well,
got both. Best of both worlds, man.
I figured I might try something out. Somebody suggested. I don't know if I have like the fast enough drawing technique or like doodling technique for stuff, but I figured I might try to work on some art throughout the stream. So we'll see what happens. If I get
We
inspired.
should start a multi-twitch, and the other camera for you is you're literally just you drawing while we're doing stuff. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That would be
And all
cool.
of the times where I can't think of something to do, it's like, all right, let's draw a familiar shape. Oh shit, that's a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. If people were gonna watch you when you're streaming, where would they do so?
Twitch.tv/chipping it. If you want to see my art, I mostly post it on Twitter, so go to twitter.com/chipping it.
Yeah, yeah. You got any Swargulus stuff coming up?
I have no idea. The one problem with me and Swarg is that we're both similar in that we don't keep in touch with people. So it's
All right, I thought
basically
you were
just
like
an issue
running
of.
a campaign for him. My bad. My bad.
I was for a little bit there, but then
Alright.
just all the players just didn't want to play, so we're just like, screw it. And he's been doing his own
Those
stuff, but
players.
if he wants me to play, he wants me to play. If not, YOLO.
All right, man.
But he is a very good friend. I definitely suggest his stream to everyone, as well as AP. But that's why you're here.
But that's why you're here. All right. Thank you for the host, Tuxtradamus. And then yeah, let's talk about Tice. Tice, how are you? I heard you recently betrayed a number of party members because you're an asshole.
Oh yeah, that was part of Virgil, aka Zircon 5's RPG. And yeah, basically my guy was the sole reason that the person I was protecting's father died. Their kingdom went down into hell, all just because the Chancellor wanted to take over.
You're an ass.
Hey, I turned a new leaf at that time.
Sure, sure. I mean, you can try to convince us that what you did was,
Yeah, that's what everybody justifies evil acts, right? That's what they spend the rest of their time justifying it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if people were gonna watch you, Tice, where would they do this at?
Well, most of the time, most of my views are things I'm usually on is usually Virgil's Zircon 5's channel. So twitch.tv/Zircon5.
Yeah.
And after I finally get my my whole my work schedule's now finally been set in stone, so I can finally actually decide when to start streaming, because they didn't really give me that much information until this week,
Okay.
where I'm going to get to become a chef and also get $1 more an hour.
Excellent. More
Living the
money is
dream.
always good, especially if you're cooking.
But yeah.
Maybe you can join me for my cooking stream. I'm seriously considering doing one on ap.cooking meal. Would
Yeah.
be incredible. When someone said when someone was like, "Hey Arthur, you should do AP cooking meal," I was like, "Oh shit, it's on." Yep.
Yeah, that's a really, really good name.
Because I mean, ap.gaming is my gaming thing, and I change it sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
AP cooking meal.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
when it comes to cooking, the first thing you go to is go to www.justeats.com, where you can find many of delivery places.
I didn't know that. I'm looking that up right now.
All right, cool. See, look at these shout-outs. Speaking of shout-outs, tonight's stream is sponsored, and I use the word loosely, sponsored by Applebee's, the American Burger, because that's all I had to eat between the first stream and the second stream today. So without the delicious fuel given to me by the caloric buns and the meat substance between them, I would not be awake enough to do this stream. So thank you, Applebee's, the American Burger.
That sounds like prose from like a cult that worships like burgers or something. Oh, and blessed be he who gives us the caloric giving buns. Blessed unto you, brother.
That makes what it
May
do
you
that
go
in
with
like a
speed.
D&D substance at some
The
time. It's
deliciousness
literally
giveth, and the cholesterol taketh.
Could you imagine like a Fallout style thing, but instead of the cult of the atom, it's like the cult of the calorie?
Yeah, easily.
The Nern root giveth, and the Nern root taketh away. Heal its singing cries as you pluck it from the ground.
And basically, it's like a fat hierarchy because big people have more fat on them, which means it burns into more calories. So they have like a scanner that will scan how much how many calories you're worth, and that's your power level.
Seems like a microscope game.
Wow. Yep, that would be a
Eric,
good
get on
microscope
it.
setting.
Let's get on it.
Holy
And
shit.
like, yeah. And like gyms are like the evil heresy.
I feel like this society wouldn't survive very long.
Hey man, Steve goes to the gym.
So let's talk about The Warren again. To fill us in, The Warren is a game about intelligent rabbits trying to make the best of a world filled with hazards, predators, and worst of all, other rabbits. While the rabbits in your games will solve some of their problems and learn some new tricks along the way, they're still bound by their anatomy and their place at the bottom of the food chain. Previously on The Warren, we introduced ourselves to a land called Hophaven, which is a tree by a particularly interesting pond filled with koi. However, the water is cool and clean and running, and the rabbits drink from it. Nearby Hophaven, there is a human house with its own little woodshed and a number of orange trees, despite the fact that winter has just set out and spring has come. There are enormous oranges falling from the tree already, which has caused some to wonder, just where does this take place? The Warren is currently led by Mother Willow, which is a hereditary title given, it's a title given to whoever leads the Warren within the Willow Tree, and it has been taken over by Major Hip Hop, who has joined as Emperor underneath certain decrees in order to run a war effort against Sasha, a red fox, the Red Menace, who has come with his squirrel legions to demand his yearly tribute of a young rabbit to eat. And rather than give this tribute, the Warren has decided to strike war against him. A young rabbit called Sparks runs the Fruitless, who are the lower class of the Hop Haven society. Sparks is also in an illicit relationship with one of the players. They keep it on the, as the kids are calling it, the DL, which when you live in a warren is pretty much everywhere, since that's, it's down beneath the earth.
Aw.
Willow runs the Willowborn, who are those who have been born within the upper class society, and anyone who's born within the tree kind of permeates there. And yeah, that's what I've got to share so far. So let's reintroduce our characters. Eric, who are you playing, and what do they do?
Sure. So I am playing a female rabbit by the name of Saffron. And Saffron is actually the one in the illicit relationship, right?
Yeah,
All right.
Saffron Sparks.
Yep. OTP, right?
Yep.
So ultimately, Saffron is a storyteller and sort of like a mom-like figure. She's responsible for looking out for people. At the same time, she's also, as we found out from last week, that she's a swift runner, and her tales of her heroism against the dog have led a lot of credence to that.
Yeah, I wanna do the zoom in. Oh, this is so small. All right, can someone get on Cottontail's Twitter and like find this picture so we can link it in chat? I feel like it's not very big, but damn, this dog looks so happy. All right, anything else you want to share about Saffron?
No, I think that's about it. I can do most through play.
All right, chipping it. Who are you, and what do you do?
The name of my rabbit is Alton. Alton is a little bit of a weird rabbit, if you will. He's not so much concerned about his own safety, but more or less the safety of others. He looks out for his fellow rabbits, and if he needs to move on, he needs to move on. There's been a lot of tension at the Warren lately. Competing factions, a war on our hands, a rogue fox. An interesting tale, I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, Eric, that's me playing music over Roll20.
Oh,
by the
got
way,
it. Okay.
Just in case you hadn't caught that.
No, I was frantically looking around why my computer was making sound. I was like,
it's
oh
not
my
you.
God.
It's not you. I was
Okay.
just doing a little library background noise so that
That's fine.
we could have
Yeah.
Althan, I believe that my notes here say that Sparks asked you to be like his second in command of the Fruitless, and that you didn't really say yes, but he just assumed that you did.
I didn't say yes, I didn't say no,
Yeah.
and that I, basically, with the whole war thing going on, I wanted to make sure that the correct information and the correct assumptions were portrayed to not just Sparks, but the Major. And I imagined I was able to, but he and the Willow were, and Matron Mother Willow were getting it on. Excuse me. I do that every stream. I apologize.
Do we have? Yeah, we've got the link in chat for this amazing fan art by Cottontailed, involving super patches down there in the corner. So speaking of super patches, regular patches, who are you, and how are you doing?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Hello? Hello?
Yep.
Ah,
Can you hear us?
His internet's
is everything working?
We can hear you, but just ever so slightly.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Oh, you can. Currently, so Patches, he's the younger son, the younger brother of Eric's character,
Saffron.
Yep.
Saffron, and he's a bit of a scrappy character. He's known to go headfirst into things, and somehow managed to survive a lot. But with his, for not being that smart, he's very intuitive, and he believes that his sister should be ruling the willow tree.
Yep. Yep.
And during last episode, he actually got injured while trying to tell his sister about Sparks.
Yeah, you tried to jump over Sparks, and it. From his point of view, it was an accident. On your point of view, it was intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've now
Saffron heard about that, but hasn't talked to Sparks yet, I think.
yeah, because now I have a horrible sniffly sound every time I breathe because my nose is really effed up.
You invented two
And also-
new moves
also I'm-
that all rabbits have access to, right? Do you remember what those are?
Yeah. Yeah, I invented, what was the first one? Tree Slam.
Yep.
Use a tree to distract the enemy. On 7 to 9, distract the enemy but get noticed. I also got Branch Hop 10 plus. Hold 3 if sneaking while in a tree. 7 to 9, hold 1 but only if you take a scar.
Yep. Cool. Yep. There's also a move rabbits can never have. Rabbits can never take knowledge as a move. They can never try to look into their past. Unfortunately, Althen attempted to do this and was scared away.
I think there was also an up.
Yeah, there was another thing that was innovated away. What was it?
I actually don't have it written down. I was hoping I would
It was
go
something
right
about
past
trees. Like it was something, I don't remember the specifics.
Oh, yeah,
Something about
carrying.
headbutting a tree or something.
Oh no, it was trying to carry more than one
That.
orange
Try
back.
to carry more than one orange at a time. Yep.
Because
Yeah.
they were trying to use the branch rubber.
So some other plot lines that we didn't discuss but have happened is a crow named it's actually a raven named Odin, who acts as a negotiator between all of the communities and works for Sasha the fox, but also works for basically anybody. They were given a pile of wood by Althen, and so they haven't been seen since then. But they desperately wanted that wood.
Well, it was a trade-off for information.
And finally, we introduced two kits. One is named Charleston Chew, and the other is named Brushfire. And Brushfire desperately wants to become Super Patches. He wants to be like Patches, but faster and stronger.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Speaking of Patches, Patches is also going to have there's going to be a batches of Patches sooner or later.
wow. Well, yes. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing that happened with Scarlet, I think was her name. Batches of Patches. God damn it. Yeah, so I believe we've all agreed that we're going to pick up where we left off last time than any time skips, right?
Sure.
I mean, I thought that was what we came to, so I'm just also outlining that to chat.
Well, I didn't know how to like prepare for this because at one point you had said that you had thought that you.
I had wanted to do a time skip, but the general consensus I had seen on Skype was that people wanted to play out the current situation. And so I want to jump to the next day, like the next morning, where we come with an overhead view of the koi pond, and we see the koi like slowly eeling their way through the water, and then the camera comes down to the koi pond and like tilts up and sees the majestic willow tree with the sun rising behind it. But there are no ravens up there looking around, or crows, or any birds of any kind. And perhaps we see Charleston Chew pop his head out of a little rabbit hole, and it's just whoop, and then pop his head back down, and then pop his head back up. And I think that's about when Saffron like comes up behind Charleston Chew. What's going on here, Saffron?
Well, this reminds me. So I have a move, and it reminds me of a story. Because I am a storyteller.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a story of what I call the Brave Prince. And I tell, and really I want to talk about the first part of this story. That there, in the very beginning of the Brave Prince, the Brave Little Prince. Actually, I like the name of that more. There is the Gathering Storm, and I think I just described to him how our own world in our way has its own gathering storm, and you're going to be our brave little prince, and that you have to stay strong because we're going to need you to be our strong and our brave prince later on. So like as a little like prep talk to be like, so things are going to happen soon, and we're going to need you to step up to the plate, right? So like in a way, that's kind of like what I'm getting at.
And you're telling this to Charleston Chew?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And so he just like keeps popping his head up and down. Is there a roll on that? I think it's just
I think
you,
so.
you tell a story, but
When you tell a tale of your past exploits, I roll plus shrewd.
yep.
But this is just to reduce the panic. But really, I would just do this.
You're just telling the story.
As just a telling a story kind of thing.
So
'Cause
Charleston
that's what my
Chew
character would do.
just nods and then hops out to the water like boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
super fast and starts just like lapping up some water. And just like body language indicates like, yeah, I got this, Saffron. I got this. I'm strong.
So strong.
I mean, we haven't seen any sight of like the fox or anything in a while, right?
You haven't seen him since yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, that was when you tricked him into upsetting the
Yeah.
dog.
Okay. Yeah. So I would feel pretty safe. Yeah.
Yeah. And just when that moment of safeness comes over you, that's when things get a little less safe.
Of course.
Sparks hops up next to you and is just like, "Oh, hey, Saffron, listen, we got to talk about what happened with your brother. That was a complete accident, you know."
Is there a way for me to know if he's telling the truth, or like if that's really what he's saying, or if that's how he's like just trying to say it to me?
I think if you were fully paying attention to the situation,
Yeah.
you could shrewdly look him over and figure out
Yeah.
what's happening, because this could be dangerous.
Yeah. That's exactly. So that's roll shrewd.
Yep.
And I forget how to roll dice. A slash R 2d6.
Last roll 2d6.
I know. And I think my shrewd,
Too
according
much time
to my,
witchering.
I know, to my notes, my shrewd is my best stat, so that's +2.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
well,
yeah.
You blow it out of the water.
Yep. Paying attention.
Yeah. So you
Oodles
you
of
hold
shroodles.
3? I hold 2. You can
Okay.
be used to spend questions to make sense of things and ask me a question below.
Yeah, I have to bring up the book. I don't know what the default questions are.
I got you. You see here. Maybe I don't got you. I'll have it in a second.
I have to scroll down to the character sheets. Okay, here we are.
Here you go.
Are they telling the truth? Is the first one I want to know.
Yes. From a certain point of view, namely his point of view, he believes it was a complete accident between the two of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I follow up and say something to the effect of, yeah, I could get that. I could totally see that. I mean, my brother is scrappy, can get in over his head with things, and sometimes just random things happen.
Yeah, I understand that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need him around. You know, I could use him as like a third in command. You know.
Yeah. I want to know. So I want to know something from you. What does this mean for me? So if you're gonna run stuff in command, where do I fit into your scheme?
Yeah, well, you know, my uncle's like the emperor now, and I'm gonna be seeing him later today to figure out, you know, I'm obviously gonna be his like right hand man, you know, right pawed man, exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes the right paw needs a left paw. You know, someone real shrewd, like someone real smart, good talker. I feel like, you know, it might be time to make our relationship public. You know.
You think so? Why do you think so? Why do you think?
I think,
Why do you
I
think
think
now's
it's a
the
good
right
time. It's a good time with my uncle in charge of things. You know, it'll put me as the heir apparent to rule in this place. I need a strong second hand here to like help me with some stuff I don't get. You know, I'm not so smart. And
I think I could help you smooth over some of their relations with the other rabbits for me being of the fruitful,
yeah, the fruitful, the willow born. You know,
the Willowborn. Yeah.
And then like I got Alfin on board. Alfin's gonna be like helping me with some of that stuff too.
But can you just promise me something?
Yeah, what do you need promised?
Can you promise me that we're doing this for our feelings and how we care about each other, and not just politics, not just leadership, but
Oh,
because
I've wanted to
because
go
we
public with this for a while.
okay.
Yeah, no,
Can I
no.
ask if he's
I'm
telling the truth
totally.
again? Can I ask the same question again? Only
Are
about
you
that
being
question.
truthful?
Yeah, no, I'm being
No,
truthful.
no. I mean, is
care
that
about
the
him.
question you're asking? Are you being truthful?
No, I want to know if his answer was truthful.
Yeah, yeah. That's what you're asking. Is
Yeah,
this,
I'm asking if he's genuine about like, baby, I actually do love you, and I'm not just doing this because I'm a fucking Littlefinger conniving rabbit, right?
so. The answer is not so simple as like yes or no. The answer is yes, he does enjoy your relationship together, but he also wants the power that will come out of it.
Okay.
It's not a yes or a
Oh,
no
that's
type
fair.
thing. He
That's
wants
fair.
he wants
Okay.
it all. He wants everything.
Yeah.
So you're
Okay.
like Littlefinger, and he's like, no, I'm Tony Montana.
Yeah. So
all.
so if there was another rabbit in a better spot than me to help smooth things over, he would probably go to that rabbit.
Maybe hard
Yeah,
to
for me.
say.
Okay. That's fair. That's okay. I'm
You've
just trying to
got
get
what
an
they
idea of
call
how.
those pre-existing relationship type things.
Yeah, that's true too. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm a rabbit, right? And I'm concerned about my feelings and like if I'm going to probably mate and carry this guy's kids, I want to make sure this guy's, going to stick around,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No, I get that.
So, yeah, okay. If he's telling me all the right words, then I'm and he's right about it, then I'm buying it.
Okay.
All right. Good.
Yeah,
And
so he's like, yeah, I'm good.
good. And I like nuzzle his face, as a like a as
He
a
tries to act
romantic
cool
gesture.
for a second, and then he's like, okay, yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah, we nuzzle our face and wiggle our noses on each other. All right, awesome.
And then he's like, all right, I gotta go practice my snake moves. And then he like flattens his belly down and tries to slither through the ground like a snake, and occasionally like pop up and like bite pieces of grass and stuff.
Oh god.
Yeah, and I think now that he's away from you, like his boys start coming out the tunnel, and now they're all practicing snake moves because that's what
That's what they do.
the rabbit warriors do. Tunnel snakes
The way
rule.
the way of the snakes.
Figure that's where you're going with that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we established last time that this guy's basically what's his name, Dutch from the Tunnel Snakes. We're the Tunnel Snakes, and we rule.
Rule.
Yeah. What's happening with Alfin and Patches? What are you guys doing together in the morning? And this is after Patches has let's say lain with Scarlet in their secret kung fu background hideout.
Wait, so has Scarlet had kids yet?
No, it's been a day.
Oh, okay. I
Rabbits
didn't know,
work
like, how
fast,
far.
but not that fast.
I didn't know how far forward we were.
One day.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I would actually have a reason. It might just be talking to him in passing.
Okay, all right. So maybe you guys are at like breakfast.
I'd probably no, I'd probably let Patches know. I'd probably go to him and be like, Patches, I just spoke to Sparks, and I imagine General Willoughby Huxton or whatever his name is.
Emperor Major Hip Hop.
Yeah, there we go, Major Hip Hop. Sorry. And I found some information from the crows. Apparently, there might be a little bit of a war on our hands. It seems that Sasha is rallying the squirrels against us, and since we were working together so well, I figured that you'd like to know.
Well, I'm always here to make sure my sister's kingdom will be safe the next day. I will surely go nuts on those squirrels.
I'd love it
look
if he was
forward to it,
looking
my
at the
friend.
camera when he said that too.
I look forward to it, my friend.
But I have to go find my sister. I finally I got a girlfriend now.
Oh,
Happy. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy for you as well. I'm nearly bursting out of my gate. Who is she?
It's a girl I've been trying to spend more time with, Scarlet.
that's
the
wonderful.
greatest rabbit of all. Beat up that mean old fox.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that she's doing well. That's amazing. I wish the two of you the best of luck.
Yeah.
All right. So that's about the time, Alfin, when Brushfire comes zooming past you and like kicks some dust in your face. As he's literally doing the snake thing where he's put his paws down, he's trying to slither forward, but his hind legs are just like crawling forward. And yeah, he sprays dust in your face as he runs up to Patches, and it's like, Patches, Patches, it's me, Super Patches.
Is he wearing a cape?
No, he's maybe is that a thing we're gonna have? Do you guys
No.
have? I don't think this is mouse guard. You guys don't have textile
He
factory.
finds the leaves.
We're not doing a rabbit guard.
No. Rabbit card would be amazing though. I would go halfway to rabbit card. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't have a cape, but he's just running along the ground, and yeah, he's just like, Patches, it's me, Super Patches. Patches, Patches,
Yes.
hey. And then he like reaches out and like donks you on your nose.
Ow.
Patches. Oh, you good? You good?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
How hardly did he bonk him on the nose?
Not very hard. He's a kid,
Okay.
so it's just like,
I wanted to see if we couldn't do a roll to fix the sniffling.
Patches. Hey. Hey.
What?
Hey.
Why do you call yourself Super Patches? I thought you're.
Because I'm gonna grow up to be just like you, but slightly better. I'm in training.
Have you? Reminds me of the time that I jumped up a tree and hid from the great dog.
I
He
know.
did not see me at all.
I heard about that. I've been training to become a snake, but soon I'm gonna become an eagle and jump up trees.
Eagle kills snake, I hear.
Yeah. Then I can be all the animals, Patches. Anyway, yeah, like your mom was looking for you. Mother Willow was like saying that you and Althin and Saffron had to like go see her. She just got done eating an orange.
Well, that's wonderful.
Oh.
I see she got the gift.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go
But yeah.
find Sparks.
But yeah.
He's been teaching me how to be a snake.
But yeah, you should learn to be more of an eagle than a snake. Snakes are just awful little things. That's what I've been told from my sister.
Interesting. Can you
Yeah.
can you make a
I
shoot
just sort of
roll?
like uses
'Cause
his foot to like sort of like pound on the ground, like.
yeah, can you make a shoot
Yeah,
roll to
it-
convince
it's
him
like-
that your way is the better way? Because you're like, no, definitely
Yeah.
do what I'm saying.
Or speak. Like, I was trying.
Yeah, speaking plainly.
For more. Yeah, I was trying to go for more of the speak plainly.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
the same
which I
thing.
can use my
It's-
strength on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that.
Yeah,
I mean that's the
'cause
move
I-
you're doing.
I've
Is
some-
definitely speak plainly.
Yeah, except.
Oh, do you have a move that lets you use your?
my strength?
Yeah.
instead
That's
of
right,
my-
because you're a thumper. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
So strong. Roll 2d6 plus 2.
Uh oh.
Oh,
Uh oh.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's about the time the screaming starts. And so I want to cut to Saffron up top. Like, like we hear Patches like thumping his foot down, and then there's just like this douche, and then like a series of more of douches, and there's like dust falling from the top of the warrens, like tunnels down into the areas around them, and we do like the XCOM base ant farm side view. And
Oh
then
yeah,
we-
like the cross section. Yeah.
Yep, and then we zoom up and we see Saffron and the sky is literally being blotted out by flying squirrels dropping acorns around all of you. And so,
What's his name? Charleston Chew outside.
yep, Charleston Chew is with Brushfire and his boys down by the koi pond,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
a little
Yeah.
ways away, and there's just acorns dropping from the sky.
I'm going to sprint over to them and like push them, like nudge them, like get inside, and like like in a way to like hurry, like get behind them and like do that like hurry, we gotta go, and sort of my pep talk and my little pats make them go faster.
So I think that we have multiple roles we need to do here. It sounds like you're exposing yourself to new dangers and making a run for it, right?
That sounds about right.
All right, so resisting panic is going to be just a straight thing, but the bolt, I think that going there and back is going to be all one roll.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, yeah, you got to bolt again.
So that's run. That's my swift, right?
Yeah, let's do the resisting panic first because
Okay, yeah.
bad things could happen because you're literally in a field of falling acorns right now.
Okay, that's straight dice for me. Fuck.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. I think there's very specific consequences that happen. On a miss, take +1 panic as you cower, hesitate, or flee. I can offer you a worse outcome, a hard bargain, or an ugly choice. All right. So since I've been playing a lot of Telltale games,
give me those
specifically that left-right screen view.
Yep, give me those
On the
choices.
left, you can see an acorn falling towards Sparks, and it's like going to hit him in the back of the head. And on the other side, you see the exact same situation happening to Charleston Chew.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna have to save Chew.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, Sparks. I know you're my love, but
All right, your panic is up by 1, and then you got to make your bolt roll to see
Yep.
if you can even get there.
let me just mark my my panic. Okay, and let me roll my bolt. That's swift. 9.
A 9. So what is that? What are the options on that one?
Swift is or bolt. Bolt is you don't end up exactly where you intended. It takes more out of you than it would. Take -1 forward, or it takes it's much closer than you care for. Take +1 panic. And I choose. I think I choose one. I run fast enough, but I choose one.
Yep.
I'll take the panic. Which makes sense because I'm like going to like run around, be dodging acorns as we grab him and get out.
Okay.
You guys are by the river, right?
Yeah, the pond. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, I scream at Chew to get out of here. Like we got to go underground right now. And
Well, actually, an interesting postulate to this is that really the most important thing is getting under the willow tree because you got to remember they spread out a lot.
yeah, but our burrow is like underneath the willow tree, anyways, right? So it's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
we
it depends
still
on how
gotta
big
get
the tree is.
we still gotta get there. We're a little bit of ways away near the pond. So yeah, I'm totally just gonna just inspire Charleston Chew to like run with me as we dodge acorns right on our little bunny tails. As I guess crows are calling above us, right?
Yep. Yep.
Sure.
Oh man, this is a terrible situation. Yeah. So
I don't know what's going to happen to Sparks. I don't.
Yeah, as chat has outlined, there's definitely Ride of the Valkyries is playing in the background.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think if I just want Sparks to just be like done for right here. You've made your choice.
I didn't make my choice. I aired with the Willowborn.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I know
what
you
I
did.
am. I'm gonna, you know.
So I think what we see happening as you run forward is like a series of carpet bombing by the squirrels, the flying squirrels, and it's not getting nearly close enough to what they want to have happen. And so like a detachment of 4 of them bank down and then like lose altitude, and we see them from above. Like first we see the shadows of them going over the coal pond, and then like we see them. And then they
It's
make
like the
drop.
X-wings from Star Wars, like picking up mist. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, no, exactly. They make the drop at close range, and we
Yeah.
see one going for Charleston Chew, and then Saffron in like slow motion, just like immense, huge bounce, slams into him and like rolls him out of the way,
Nice. Yeah, that
and
sounds like
then
something I
runs
would
him
do.
back. And I'm sorry, what was the choice that you picked specifically for Bolt? I know you outlined them
Oh,
all, but
it's closer than you care for.
yeah.
I take one panic.
So I think that yeah, it like literally the acorn lands right in between your
Oh
hind
yeah.
legs as you're bouncing away.
Yeah, by the hair of our butts, for sure. I'll take that panic. So I'm at panic of 2.
Yep, one of them hits Sparks right in the back of the head, and there's like a little
That's
blood
probably
spot on
that's like
his
all I see, right?
his
Before.
fur. Yeah, as you're hopping away, that's what you see, and you see him slip into the water with the rest
Oh,
of his boys. They all get into the water, and then we have one of those Braveheart / World War II scenes where they're all underwater and like floating there, and acorns are like,
okay, it's
and then
the
moving in slow motion after they hit the
it's the
water.
Omaha Beach scene. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay.
And as you're running, Saffron, you notice that some of the squirrels have lost enough altitude that they hit the ground. They're running next to you, and then they're going up the willow to like relaunch themselves into the air, but without any ammunition.
Well, we're just going underground. Like,
Right. Okay. You slip underground. Patches, Althan, what are you doing during this time? Like the screaming has started. The ground is shaking from the repeated impacts of these hits, and you can hear people calling for help up top.
I guess Pat just bolted to the closest entrance so that like because he's here. This is his moment to shine to do something foolish and to protect people that he cares about.
Okay. Althan, what's your response? Patches apparently just
So
charge.
so this is something that I do in a lot of games. It's where I think of something, but so
Althan wouldn't.
I don't know if Althan would, and it kind of goes to like that backstory thing, and I like to leave it to chance. So I'm just gonna make just a pseudo roll here for my
Okay.
own
All right.
purposes.
We've already established that Althan like forgets stuff.
Well, yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah, and I'm viewing him as a traveled, so he might know of the situation. So with that roll, my reasoning is I say 50 below, I remember; 50 above, I don't remember.
Okay.
But that's just me going
Yeah.
through this.
No, I get that.
So I'm imagining Althan is kind of having like a little bit of a flashback type deal here, of maybe him when he was younger sleeping, and then just the bombardments hit, and he just sees everyone panic and running around.
He
And
was
he
there
can't find
during
his
the
mom.
Great War against the squirrels.
Yeah, and then he snaps back into reality, and he runs to find. He runs to the matron mothers because that's where he's looking specifically for Hoppington. Hops a lot. Sir the
Emperor
Third?
Major Hip Hop.
Major Hip Hop. This is gonna be a thing. I apologize.
Alright.
So he's looking for Emperor Major Hip Hop. More specifically than the matron mother.
Okay, interesting about the choices you've made here. Okay, Patches. Beside you comes Super Patches, aka Brushfire. Still doing the snake thing, and like he's moving slightly slower than you because he's smaller, and of course he's not using his front legs at all. But yeah, like you catch glimpses of him when you go around like U-bend corners, like following behind you. And he's like, Patches, Patches, wait up! I'm coming with you. I could save everyone. Snake style.
But yes, of course, we need to save everyone.
Okay.
We'll be the super patch team. I'll show you the snake style. I meant the eagle style while you do the snake style. We might combo them. Whatever combo is. I've
So
heard-
we have one of those scenes that only happens in movies where like Saffron is going into a different hole as Patches is coming out of another one, and Saffron's got Charleston Chew in front of her, and Patches has Brushfire behind him. And yeah, you're looking around, Patches. You don't see very many people, or I'm sorry, you don't see very many other rabbits, but you do see Sparks and his crew like having trouble swimming in the water, and it looks like there's a little bit of red tinging that water. and Sparks' fur is starting to get pretty messed up. Like he's being drenched in his own blood at this point. And they're all like trying to survive the acorn bombardment by staying in the water and coming up, getting water, and then going down. But it's hard. There's no one else out here though.
Yeah, like sort of like this was it's like here's a moment of the eagle style, and he'll do a little bit of like I forget if the tree has any lower branches
Yes,
anywhere.
yeah. You could try hopping up the tree.
Yeah, because he's going to also like do a big thud on it to like get the squirrels' attention with tree slam.
Okay, all right.
Oh yeah, the tree slam.
You're using the tree to distract a threat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, are you doing branch hop first, or are you doing tree slam first?
I
So
think
the question is, are you the narrative question is, are you jumping up into the lower branches of the tree to get their attention, or are you slamming your foot against the side of the tree to just like make the tree shake?
I think I'm going to like hop up it so I could get a bit up leverage so that when I make this thudding sound, they'll actually get their attention. I'll be closer to them. I might.
Okay. All right, so you are
So
hopping up the tree.
Yeah. So I'll do the hop first one, branch hop, which was I think that was strength. So that's the one part I forgot to write down.
Yep, it's strength.
Oh wait.
Okay.
And I do it.
Yeah, it is as if sneaking. So you gain 3. Hold.
Yeah.
So, what 3 things would you like to have happen while you sneak?
Yeah, 10 pick 3. I'll have behind cover, silent and downwind.
Okay, so you hop up in the tree, and Patches, sorry, Super Patches, Brushfire, is like peeking out and watching you do this, and it's like, that's so cool. The squirrels, I think there's one squirrel that has like an acorn, like the bottom of an acorn hat on, and he looks down
Like a
and,
beret?
Sorry, what?
Does it look like a beret?
Yeah, it looks like a beret. Yep. And he is just like, oh, I see. And he sees like the tracks that you've left, like the marks in the ground as you've hopped forward, but he can't see where you are, and he's just like, oh, there's someone that is still out there. Gentlemen, bring in the third wave and begin the bombing run again. And then he like waves his little forward front paw and loses some altitude when he does that. But we see another wave of squirrel bombers come in with acorns in their mouth. So yeah, you're up there now. What do you want to do?
Let's see. How
So
far
Brushfire's down there, and he's like, "Hey, Patches, should I do that too? Hey, should I do that too?"
only if you can. And how far is that? Because that squirrel looks like he's sort of like a general-esque kind of guy, right?
Yeah, he definitely looks like a leader type. He's the only one wearing a beret, so.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm a bit higher. I'm going to wait for him to fly nearby the tree. I'm going to hop sneak attack and like just get on top of his back to take him down.
Okay. I mean, you're gonna have to invent that move, right? Because that's not currently
Probably.
a move.
Some
roll 2d6.
I will call it this.
Aerial assault. Oh god, that's painful. All right. So I guess the move is when you're in a tree, you can leap out and attack an unsuspecting. You can't attack because you're a rabbit, so you can leap out and latch onto an unsuspecting threat.
Is he grabbing it or is he thumping it?
Not sure. It sounded like he wanted to grab onto it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I was just gonna hop onto him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, roll
So-
some 2d6. On a 7 plus, this becomes a move. On a 6 minus, it's something a rabbit can never do.
Come on. Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, friend. It's now something a rabbit can never do. Alright, so aerial assault can never be a move.
And people that hate puns, I really.
Yeah, I feel like people who hate puns really made out well on this one. Yeah, and that's about the time when the one with the beret spots you as you're like preparing to leap out. He's like, "Oh, there is one," and at the same time, he spots Brushfire, and like indicates to his men, "That one right there. Take him out before he can get back down into the tunnels. I'll get this one." What do you want to do, Patches? You can see that a fresh wave of bombers is coming down to, like, assault Brushfire. And this particular Braid flying squirrel is heading directly towards you, like, wah!
I will look uh super patches. Go get the rest of the people. I stay here, and as he sort of does the big just winds up with his big foot and just does the big come here with tree stomp as he.
Okay, all right. Yeah, let's do some stomping. Nope. Nope.
Awful rolls.
You're like preparing to stomp, and you do, and maybe the branch is way more solid than you'd think. And it's about that time that the squirrel slams into you and knocks you off of the branch, and you hit the ground. So I'm going to need you to take a scar, Patches.
Scar number 2.
Yeah. And actually, I feel like you should probably resist panic as well, because this has been crazy, and I completely forgot to do that.
You turned off my TV?
You might be the bravest rabbit in the whole world.
Yeah, second scar is can't dig
Oh, wow.
because he fractures his leg as he sort of tries to land counterbalance himself onto the ground.
Oh
Just,
no.
Yeah, so, yeah, when you get hurt in this game, guys, this is a reminder. You have to sacrifice your moves. And
so have to resist panic here.
Yep,
Res-
yeah. Like, you're falling towards the ground, and you're like, no!
What was what's that based off of?
I think
again?
it's shrewd, right? Am I wrong about that? Panic
think it's-
is steady. It's your steady.
Steady. Yeah. And my steady is +0, so
Hope you roll well. Not like these last few. Oh,
Nope.
boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. You cower, hesitate, or flee. So you take +1 panic. And here's the deal, friend. Yeah. You can go for the closest entrance now that you've fallen. But Super Patches, aka Brushfire, there's like a wave of acorns coming towards him right now, and he's just looking up at them and not moving.
No.
So
No.
yeah, what do you want to do? But there's a nice safe entrance right next to you.
so I have to so I have a choice between saving myself or saving.
Brushfire.
I think.
And I like how you think there's only 2 choices, because if you remember, Sparks is still out there drowning in the water with all of his friends.
Yeah, but currently they're not. But currently
broke,
they're not
man.
being. They're not going for anything. They're not being bombarded yet from anything else.
Sure.
Be a hero.
I'm going to just sort of panically just bolts at Brushfire. I'm going to kick him through the hole, one of the holes nearby.
Yeah, so the thing is, he's at the entrance to a hole. He's like half popped out of it, but he's just paralyzed with fear as he sees these beautiful acorns flying toward him. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're gonna bolt over there and kick him down.
Kick him in.
Sure,
So,
let's do it.
Swift. Okay. Swift. He's super swift. Yeah.
I have an announcement, guys. We passed 500 followers. We've done it. Thank you so much, audience.
Oh
Thanks,
my
Chad. It's
It's a
god.
good night to get 500 on. Oh no! Oh no! You rolled a 4. Wow, Tice, you're Will Wheatoning tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad this is not like real Dungeon World, or I'd probably be leveled up right now.
Yeah, you do make it all the way to Brushfire, and you slam into him, but your little rabbit heart is thumping so hard as like acorn after acorn slams into your butt. All have slowed down because they've like hit the ground and rolled. And so maybe it's like you take him and you like slide with him down the hole until you hit a wall, and you've like rolled into him so that he's like in where your stomach is, and you've like hit your head on the wall, and then these acorns come down and keep pelting you, and yeah, like you take another point of panic from just freaking out watching this kid almost get murked. Yeah, that's right, Riga. I didn't kill the kid in front of the audience. Screw you, man. That's a thing I could have done here, but I didn't, because I'm not a monster yet. Too early in the episode.
Yeah.
So let's cut back to Althin. Althin, when you get to the door, you can hear Emperor Major Hip Hop, and he's like, "Someone find the saffron and patches and that Althin fellow. You there? What's your name?" He's pointing at you, Althin.
My name is Alton.
Ah, yes, just the rabbit I was looking for. Everyone tells me that you're somewhat useful. Nah. And he chews on his carrot that's hanging out the side of his mouth a little more. Yes, well, go find that girl Saffron and Patches. They tell me, yes. Go
We
get
have more
them quickly.
grave news. We have more grave news of import at the moment. I don't know if you've been hearing it, but at the further reaches of the tunnel, there's bombardments.
Yes, of course
Seen
I
it
know
once
about
before,
that.
And
What do you think I am? Some sort of... What would a rabbit look down on? What kind of
Mouse?
creature? Mouse? What do you think I am? Some sort of cowardly mouse creature? No, of course I know that the bombardment's going on. Bring me Patches and Saffron, and bring yourself back here and hop to it.
He just kind of eyes him up, and then he's just like, "Okay, I'll see what I can do," and then he hops off.
Very nonchalant.
He's not that confrontational of a person, of a rabbit. Sorry, guys.
Okay. So do we have a scene where like you've all gathered together in front of Emperor Major Hip Hop in Mother Willow's chamber?
Sure.
Maybe the thudding has stopped and like there's no more shaking above the ground. The dust that has been dislodged down, or sorry, the dirt that's been dislodged just lies throughout the corridors.
Yeah. And like,
Yeah, Patches, you probably seem pretty messed up now, right? Like you've taken a serious injury.
yeah, he's just like he's sort of like he's got like a little miniaturized like bunny crutch that he's walking around with currently.
Maybe it's like a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he also called for Saffron, right?
Yeah.
So he's like has his shoulder. Yeah, has his. She's helping him with moving currently. As his leg, it just looks like it's twisted just the wrong way a bit.
Excellent. Yeah. I'm interested to know Saffron's thoughts at like Patches being super messed up right now.
Well, I too am like panicked. But I feel like I want to do more. I feel like I feel seeing Patches messed up. I feel like I have no idea where my lover is. Makes me feel like I have to step up and do more. So instead of being like, while I know I'm scared, I feel like I have to have a better. I have to be a better role model to my fellow rabbits about like what to do. So I want to almost go against my nature of hide and do what must be done to protect and defend my burrow and my brother and my lover.
Okay. Interesting.
They are not all the same person,
I know. No, I got that.
for those who may not know.
Yeah, and that's about the time where Emperor Major Hip Hop's like, "Ozan, are you out there?
Yes, I rounded them up for you.
Excellent. Good work, soldier.
Seems the bombings have stopped for the moment.
You think I have ears, you know. Just because one of mine's been ripped slightly doesn't mean I can't hear. You know.
Okay.
Come in here, boy.
He does.
All right. Yeah, and then he's like waiting for Saffron and Patches to come in as well. He's like, Where are they all? You're there. Where's the girl and the boy?
Is this towards me or the other two?
He's asking you, Alfin, like, where's Saffron and Patches? He's like, where are they? Bring them here.
They're in the hallway. Patches
Excellent.
got messed
Bring
up
them
when he was
inside.
dealing with some of the squirrels outside.
No, I need them here right now.
He just kind of looks at them and says, "They're on their way. I can't make them move any faster. I apologize."
So, as Patches and Saffron enter, we get like Mama Willow's bedroom that's been turned into like a war room. There's like drawings in the dirt that represent like the tree and the wood shack and the orange grove and like Sasha's territory, which is incredibly large and is anywhere. So your tree is like far away from other trees in terms of rabbit terminology, and Sasha controls the entire wood. And so you're just surrounded on all sides by, like, Sasha's territory. And he's using the carrot in his mouth to push pebbles around, and there's, like, light pebbles and dark pebbles, and then some of them are, like, granity gray pebbles. And Emperor Major Hip Hop was like, very well then. Saffron, I'd like to promote you to my second in command. Congratulations, Commander Saffron. You're going to be heading up the war effort here.
I'll do my best. As I say, cautiously and optimistically.
Yes, you will. All this. We're going to need to begin diplomatic relations immediately. Son, are you up to being chief ambassador for the people of this borough and all boroughs everywhere?
Hold on. Yeah. I believe that I can do what I can. I don't know if I know these squirrels.
Who said anything about squirrels? Who? Wait. Someone leaking information? Loose link sink warrants.
Did I not tell him? Or did I not
so
have a chance
the thing
to
is, he's making you... Okay, we'll get around to it. Yeah, he's just like, Balderdash, don't say anything to anyone.
Okay. So it's like that moment of like confiding.
Loose
where he's,
tails
like,
kill
panicking.
tails. Oh, yeah! Good work, Eric.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. He's just like,
he
no,
takes
wait,
the hint.
don't tell anyone. Stop it.
He takes the hint and he's just like, oh, okay. I'll
Patches,
see what I can do.
I've heard that you are our strongest warrior. You've even bested my nephew, what's his name? Sprix? Brax? A couple times.
Yes. Sparks.
I'd like to make you the bodyguard to these two while they go off on the next mission. You think you can accept that kind of commitment?
Of course, anything for my big sis. She, is going to be the leader of the Warren one day.
Oh, yes, that sounds great. Excellent. Well, it's a good thing I made her commander of the Warren then. Yes, well, here's the situation. As you may or may not know from our military intelligence file, it appears that recently the Squirrel Legions have begun bombing our fair tree. And this is unacceptable. Now, it says here a number of rabbits were injured in the process, and I think, like, the camera is just on Patches the whole time, where he's just, like, on his broken leg with, like, a leaf tucked in to help support it. Yes, I'm not really sure who was injured, but I'm sure that they probably weren't that important. Well, so, we're going to need to send Commander Saffron out to negotiate. Althin, you will be doing the talking, because I understand you're good at it, and the Squirrel Legions know you. You'll be like the introducer.
Okay.
That's it. That's the whole mission. And, if you see the crows anywhere, let them know that we need to speak with them as well. Odin could be a powerful ally against Sasha.
One of the things that you should know when dealing with Odin is that he doesn't ally with anyone. He makes trades. If you want him to do something, you have to give him something worth it. And he won't do anything to harm his relations with the others.
What does he consider things of value? I'm sure I can find some human shiny object somewhere.
Information they can trade.
Oh, information. Yes, I know about the value of information. Yes. Oh, by the way, speaking of the value of information, don't tell anyone about your mission. We can't let anyone know that we're negotiating with the Squirrel Legion.
Okay.
I don't know how you found out, Alfin. Simply incredible. Your mind works in fascinatingly quick ways. How did
Thank
you
you.
gain this deep knowledge?
Well, I was. Hold on. No, go ahead. I was gonna say the two of them knew each other, but Alton knew him when he got his name.
Yeah.
But not gonna do that.
So, yeah, he's just staring at you, waiting for you to tell him how you got the deep knowledge of the squirrels we're currently attacking, and that you were... So, he's wondering how you knew he was going to send you out, and you're just, like, staring at him now?
Oh, I did a trade with the squirrels to see what was with the crows to see what was going on. I managed to find them some wood that they liked, and they told me about how Sasha was allying with the forces. I was on my way to tell you about it when all of this happened.
Oh, interesting. Yes, well. Yes. All right, well, you've got your mission. Did you have any questions?
No, I think we can find our way there.
All right, well, Commander Saffron, the entire fate of all bunny kind rests on your tiny hopping shoulders. So hop to it then, and don't come back.
What?
If you don't, complete the mission, don't come back, because there'll be nothing to come back to. We can't withstand another bombardment of that size. It's true, they were probably using their winter stores of acorns, but they'll find fresh ones in a few weeks. Or just pick up the ones they dropped. Squirrels aren't that smart, but eventually they'll come around to it.
Yes. I'll find a way to stop them once and for all.
Now, I think we can probably leave one person off the war effort. Is there anyone you'd like to take with you? Perhaps one of the kits to teach them. Begin, teaching them leadership. Do you have any kits or anything you want to bring with you?
Charleston Chew.
You want to bring Charleston Chew with you? Are you sure?
He's a good kid.
And
He's a
then,
good
like,
dog.
the screen
He's
is like,
he's a good bunny.
yes, no.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you've confirmed. Okay, you've confirmed you want to bring...
Concentrate all firepower on that super acorn. The shield generator is still up.
You've confirmed you want to bring Charleston Chew with you. Very well. All right, then. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an orange to get back to you. You could see him hopping to, like, a side room where there's some orange peel, and you hear Mama Willow just like, you got an orange, all right, old man?
That's messed up. All right.
Yeah, so Saffron, the entire fate of all bunny kind rests on your shoulders. What do you want to do? And I pose this to everybody, by the way, because you're all part of this expedition to negotiate with the Squirrel Legion.
Yeah, I'm ready to bring everybody because I'm not sure how we can convince squirrels to align with us. What we can do. Maybe the squirrel. Maybe we can fight together against the fox in a way that like we can. I'm sure they don't want to obey the fox, right? So maybe they don't want to obey Sasha. Maybe they're doing this because they're forced as well. So like if we can just get them to realize that they don't have to fight them, you know what I mean?
Yes, and also if I need to, I can communicate them through my fist.
Through
Very
your
true.
rabbity fist of justice. One punch patches.
So the bombardments have kind of stopped.
Yeah, they've stopped.
Yeah.
I guess while they're conferring, I might sneak out to just kind of peek out and see what's going on outside. If there's not like encampments going on, or if they just did a
Yes.
bombing run to and then they ran away.
Yes, interesting. Sure.
Because I want to have a word with my dear friend Odin.
You sneak out. Yeah, and you come face to face as you're exiting with Sparks.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask about
Sparks, my
Sparks.
God, what happened to you, man?
So yeah, you can see like Sparks is covered in blood everywhere. Like his fur is completely matted with it, and it started drying, and he's like, Yeah, Alfin, yeah. Saffron left me to die, me and all my boys. Rather than helping me, she just helped herself, helped the Willowborn.
I don't know. You need to get inside. You need to get some help. We
Yeah.
we
Yeah, I
gathered
do
plenty
need
of
to get some
oranges.
help, Alfin.
Sparks
You
will
need the
remember
energy.
this.
I do need to get some help.
And
Alfin, I gotta ask you, when it comes to the Willowborn, whose side are you on? Saffron's or mine's?
I
You've
guess
seen what they're willing to
Side.
do when you're not on their side. So I
I'm
gotta
on
warn you,
nobody's
if you're gonna
side.
do this, you gotta go all the way. But you
Because
know,
nobody's on my side.
they got no respect for you. And I do. I got respect for you.
he's just gonna kind of nod and just go along with his post-panic haze or whatever he's talking about, and just help him down until he can get to somebody, and then he's just gonna go back out. And he's not really gonna say anything, saying yes or no. He's just gonna be acknowledging what he's saying. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right, so
And he's just gonna leave.
yeah, you've chosen to mollify Sparks.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just saying, okay, buddy, get some rest. I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have. I don't know just yet. Just that type of stuff. So again, keeping the gray ground. I actually think Alfin is a gray rabbit. That actually makes a lot of sense because he's kind of between the lines.
Okay.
I like that.
So, yeah, you're just like, yeah, Sparks, whatever you say, whatever you say. And Sparks is like, yeah, good. So you are on my side then. Good. good.
And he's just gonna be like, I really have to go, and then just
Yeah,
goes.
you're passed by the you're passed by the legion of oh man, do I have a name for them? I'm just gonna call them the tunnel snakes. Yeah, all of Sparks' tunnel snakes all are like hit by acorns and are coming in. They're all injured.
I'm gonna make sure all of them get inside.
Okay.
If there's any that are like, if I need to roll help or whatever, I can. But I'm giving 8 to them.
No, you're good. Yeah, Eric, if you need to do something
Yeah.
real quick,
Okay.
go ahead. We're gonna have the Odin meeting. So yeah. Do we have a scene where like you go outside and maybe okay, so everybody's getting up. All right. This is one-on-one as it gets. Chip and Brit. Do you ever see when you go outside and maybe the sun darkens and like a storm opens up in the distance and you call out for Odin before the tree? Yeah, there's like a lightning storm. And yeah. Do I have a thing for this? I feel like I should. Yeah. And then like from the sky you hear the flapping of wings as a dozen ravens descend onto the tree. And yeah, Odin with his one eye appears before you on the lowest branch, perhaps the same branch that Patches was standing on, and is like, "Hello, Althin, how are you this day? Thank you for indicating to us the fine wood pile. We've begun working on it."
Anything for you, my old friend. I don't know if you've noticed, but the ground, it's littered in acorns. The
I
squirrels.
have.
The squirrels did a bombing run. They injured some of our fighters.
We know.
Well, some of the fighters here.
We saw from afar.
I've been tasked to speak with them. I have a question. Do you know where these squirrels originate from? And if I need to trade you something, I understand.
I do. I do know where the squirrels have come from. Altin, I feel like we might need a favor from you sometime in the future.
Anything for you, my old friend. And then, just insert old time where they've done something for each other in the past.
Yeah, he's like, good. Then you'll agree to do a favor for me, anything I ask, at a later date.
I will do my best to do what I can. But you do understand that if it's too big of a favor, I might need something in return.
That's not good enough for me, unfortunately. The information you're asking me for is very valuable, but more importantly, you need it desperately.
Hold on. I want to just insert story stuff here.
You're like, also, I already know what you're about to ask me.
Well, that too.
Yeah,
Well,
that rain that was from before has now like moved over you, and so you're having this conversation during this immensely metal rainstorm, where like the wind is blowing hard and like leaves are going everywhere, and you're looking up at him, and he's looking judgmentally down at you.
Alden, what is it that you would have of me?
I cannot tell you, but if you do this thing for me, it could be dangerous, but awesome.
He kind of like looks down. I'm not worried about my own life, but I am worried about those of the Warren. Would it cause harm to my fellow mates?
It
Well,
could.
my mates
It
this
could
time
cause
around.
harm to the Warren. Are you truly so concerned with the Warren's well-being? I remember once, friend, that you came from afar to this tree.
Yes, that is true.
I
And then
assume
there's-
that you will travel away from it once again at some point.
It's actually what I'm about to do now. In a
And
manner
what
of
do you
speaking.
care for these people, then?
And then he just kind of looks at him, and like in that kind of manner, and he says, Alden, you know how good I've been to you. I
I...
followed by your rules. I'm odd. I'm different. I care for you. I care for them. I'd rather not see you taken by an owl. Or any field creature. Much as I'd not like to see this Warren here befallen by squirrels and Sasha. You have to understand. I try to be everyone's friend that I can.
I'm asking you to choose a side, Alfin. It's very simple. Either you're on my side or you're on their side. I need to know where your loyalties lie.
And then there's like that kind of chuckle, like between like old friends. He says, "Friend, if you've known me this long, you know I have no loyalties."
Very well, then. Are we in agreement? You will do a favor for me, a dangerous favor, in exchange for this dangerous information.
Yes.
So he like looks up at the sky, and maybe a really particularly badass lightning bolt comes down at that moment as his wings are spread out, and it's like right behind him, outlining him in the sky. And so he's like this dark figure among this like flash of white brilliance in your eyes. And he's like, very well then, the bargain is struck. The squirrels you are looking for are to the east. You can find them atop the trees.
What kind of trees?
They are the trees like, and then he like gestures toward a birch tree nearby.
Okay.
The one you're looking for, his name is Ha. He is the leader of the flying squirrels.
I am to talk to Hall.
Yes, H-A-W.
Is there anything that I need to know about them?
They are very honorable folk.
Well, that's good to know.
And if you think I'm a mercenary, then you haven't met Ha yet.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Very well then, Alfin. I wish you luck on your journey.
I wish you luck too. I imagine this whole situation has been getting you quite rich on favors, if it will.
Perhaps what you say is true, but I don't see it that way. Dangerous times are afoot, and those who have no friends end up coming out poorly.
That is very true. See, the reason I'm doing this is to keep the friends of which you would get more work out of instead of just Sasha's reign.
Well,
The more of us are taken out by Sasha, the less you'll have friends. And with that, he kind of like nods and then goes back into the hole.
alright, yeah, so... I think the camera follows you down into the hole as, like, we hear the rain kind of cutting off as you get deeper and deeper. And we come back on Alfin, Saffron, and Patches preparing for their journey.
We have a very long road ahead of us.
Yeah, it's like a whole quarter of a mile.
Yeah. Which to a rabbit is like a very far journey.
If they were to leave, is it still raining or not?
Not underground, right?
Not underground.
Well, no, I mean outside.
Yeah, it's a light rain, very light.
If we were to go, we should go now. It's raining. It'll dampen our scent.
Yes.
But we have a ways to go to the east. We are looking for birch trees.
Yes. No, I want to talk to someone before I go. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, make it post haste. We'll be here waiting at the front. And then I'm gonna turn to Saffron and I'm gonna say, I saw Sparks. He believes you betrayed him to save yourself. I don't know what happened, but I thought you should know.
So, how can we be sure that the squirrels want to speak to us?
We don't know. But if there's any luck, I have dealt with them before in the past. Maybe not this particular group.
Oh, you have spoke to the squirrels before.
I've spoken to many an animal.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a lot better. We're not just doing this into the complete unknown. I look to Patches, and I want to know if Patches is okay. I mean, I kind of assume he is, but I mean, ever since the incident outside, like how banged up is Patches?
It's like after it's been a little bit, he's like slowly getting more used into his leg. And like, cause like it's not like it's gonna be a permanent energy. It's just like it's just he can't twist it a certain way. So like for digging purposes, it probably won't ever work again. He won't be able to
Okay.
do the momentum.
Okay. Okay. Then I guess we're going. Well, you can walk and stuff, but you can't dig. Hopefully we don't have to dig anywhere. That was one of your greatest assets, I thought. So,
The rest of you can dig.
oh boy, but my strength is so bad. Okay. I
Does dig
think
actually require a roll?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yep. Yes, it does.
I mean,
Yeah.
is Charleston Chew's coming with us, right?
Yep, Charleston Shoe's coming with you.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
And
after that talk, I was gonna go see
Rotate bot. Look at the wave.
Sparkfire, I think is her name. I'm forgetting.
Her name
Scarlet,
is
yeah.
Scarlet.
okay. Yeah. Well, then I'm pretty much ready to go. Except I want to have a scene where I have Sparks, where I see Sparks.
Okay, interesting. Patches, you wanted to have a scene where you go see Scarlet?
Yeah.
Let's start that scene. Where
Yeah.
I mean,
That's fair.
where do you go to find her?
Let's see.
GG easy.
I guess I tried to like go along her normal running routine through the thing to like especially after something stressful happens in the war, and she like goes on like a jog through the like a certain path.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking down that path for her, and instead, you catch her in a side room, and it looks like she's cleaning Sparks. She's like licking the blood off of Sparks' fur. And in this room is a lot of the snakes, and they're all like cleaning each other right now because they're all injured in some way, or just Sparks' blood when he was in the water got on them, and so, you know. Yeah, and she sees you, and she just like nods in your direction, but keeps cleaning Sparks.
I like hop into the
was that
room with
malicious,
them.
I was gonna.
Oh.
Okay. That was Matt.
Oh, there you are, Scarlet. And it's good to see that you're alive. Bad with names.
Sparks.
Sparks.
So
I-
yeah, Sparks looked at you kind of strangely, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, good to see you're alive too, Patches."
Yeah, I was out there trying to dissuade those nasty squirrels.
Yeah, yeah, those squirrels, huh? Yeah, yeah, your
Yeah,
family's real good at fighting squirrels, huh?
of course I'm scruffy and roughhousey.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, Scarlett's cleaning my fur here real quick. Do you mind? It's kind of a private affair.
Um, well, I just need to I just need to tell her one thing before I go. Uh, Scarlett.
So Scarlett's like still cleaning his fur, but like nods at you from over top of him.
I'm going on a dangerous mission. I just wanted to tell you that um, if something happens, that hopefully that that you'll still remember me.
She's just like, mm-hmm. And is still like cleaning the blood off of him, and just nods, doesn't say anything.
Yeah, and he sort of like gives her a nuzzle on the side and then just like hops off.
All right, it's about that time I think that Saffron hops into camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see this other rabbit. It's Scarlet cleaning Sparks.
Um, I'm not sure if I'm expecting that or not. Should I be surprised?
So rabbits do communally clean each other, but he's
Yeah.
not cleaning her. She's just cleaning him. And most
Yeah.
of the other rabbits are paired off cleaning each other. It is a
Um,
little. So I think
well,
Scarlet's a
I think
Willowborn, right? Scar.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think she is. So it is very unusual for her to be down here, like with all of these fruitless.
Yeah, but I think I'm more concerned. I wanted to just see see Sparks. So I think I'm more concerned about how Sparks feels than I am about Scarlet and everything like that. I can deal with that later. Um, so I think I'm more like I think I just kind of call out to Sparks in sort of a neutrally tone, like, yeah, I know I messed up, but I'm getting your attention. Like, Sparks.
So Sparks is like, yes, yeah.
I look at him.
Doing anything dangerous soon, Saffron?
Um,
Come to say goodbye? Let me know that you love me?
I've come to say I'm sorry. Uh,
Oh, I mean, what would you have to be sorry for? Just looking out for the Willowborn, huh? That's how we
It's
do
not-
things around here.
it's not because he's a Willowborn. It probably was a little bit because it was a Willowborn, but it was more because I think like she doesn't say that part. What she actually says is something like, "It's because it's the youngling ones. It's I had to take care of the youngest."
No, I get that. I get that. That part makes sense to me. It's when you didn't come back afterwards. And even your brother came out into the storm of acorns and tried to distract them. Where were you? Where were you while I was bleeding in the pond? Where were you?
I was taking care of the little ones.
Uh-huh. Yeah, those little ones that were outside with Patches, huh? Taking real good care of them.
Well, there's more than just those ones in the warren. Look, I'm sorry. I know my words won't be enough for you right now. But you are a little bit right. Um,
What's to
I
say
am
there about
leaving.
my uncle making you his second in command?
Uh, I don't know. It just kind of happened.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah. Looks like
I didn't
everything's coming up saffron lately.
look. I don't want this to be the end of things, but I'm going to be leaving for a little bit. I have to go on an important mission.
Yeah,
Um,
sure. Important mission from my uncle. Yeah.
I want you to take this time to think about things because I want you to know that I'm sorry and I know I
Yeah,
messed
real
up.
sorry. You know, they were telling me that you could bring anyone you wanted on that mission with you, and you chose to bring a kid with you. A little kid, one of those little kids you're supposed to be protecting. And you did that instead of bringing me.
I'm bringing him so he can learn.
Uh huh.
You are already an established and amazingly handsome warrior.
So yeah, maybe he was about to say something, like he's got a little paw up, and then he's like,
Proceed.
go on. Yeah.
That if you're so wonderful that I can't risk I don't want to risk you or anything. We need to start putting an effort in raising our next generation right with the values that we have, with the values that you embolden, and that's why I chose Charleston Chew.
So he's like, you see, that's the thing. I'm a little worried about you giving your values to the next generation. I'm not concerned about your moral fiber. It's just how you treat the fruitless. Because I feel like I was really alone out there when I needed you most. And I feel like if that's the kind of thing you're going to be teaching Charleston Chew.
It's contrary to that. There's nothing that I regret in my life more than than that moment.
It's only been like 20 minutes.
I know. I know. That I just feel completely drained. And that's why like I'm coming into this conversation drained. I just I know I messed up and I know my apology doesn't mean anything, right? Like I know that you won't you this isn't enough for you. So I'm going to leave.
Okay. Can
I
you. I think you're maybe speaking plainly, right? Because you're
uh
trying to convince him to just be like, yes, I'm on your side. I'm not opposed to you. That,
yeah.
I'm not completely certain that this applies, but I think it's close. Because there's
Yeah.
no, like, talking to move. But there is,
It's
like,
shrewd, so
I'm on your side kind of thing here. I'm real
yeah.
sorry that I left you to
Basically,
die.
I mean, honestly, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get him so he doesn't straight up hate me. I'm just trying to buy some time so like we can actually talk when we're less emotional right now.
Okay. Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm doing.
All right.
Okay.
So, you hit it with an 11, which I think is more than good enough to get it done.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so, yeah, he believes everything you say. He's just like, okay, yeah, that's real cool. Real cool. All right, well, you teach that Charleston Chew kid everything you just told me, and I think we'll be okay. I'll see you when you get back, Saffron.
I'll see you too, Sparks.
All right.
Maybe um, if we're lucky, I might bring back an orange for us to share.
So he perks up, and I think Saffron like stops cleaning his fur and just kind of turns away politely, like, "Oh my, I didn't hear that, did I? Wow."
Yeah. No. I think that's a direct thing about like, you know what? If we want to do this and we want to take some time, I'll be okay with making it official. Is kind of what I'd
Yeah,
say.
no. Well, you
That's what
just
that's the
told
I know. That's
you
like the
said it
under.
in front of Scarlet, so
I know that's
everyone's
like the
gonna know.
under thing, right? It's like no, it's like this is how serious I am about it. It was a gesture of seriousness and
So
commitment.
do we get like a picture of you like hopping away, and then like the frame like stops and becomes like watercolor, and we just see Sparks' face, like, oh shit.
Well, no, it's
Yeah.
probably like a zoomed in thing on his zoomed in on his face, and he's just like, "Dead just biting
Uh,
his lip.
it's wonderful. Yeah, I mean I love Sparks and I chose the
Almost
future
took my eye out.
over my own love, which is really hard to do, right? So
Yeah.
I know this he won't take that very well, and I want him to know that I'm going to do something else to make it up for him. And this is one of the things that I'm going to do.
You made the Katja choice, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a tough one.
You
Yeah. So where do we stand on making this journey? I think everyone got their like one off scenes away. What's the plan here? Like, you've gathered up some small supply, and you're sitting at the base of the willow tree, looking east.
Yeah, like we all like imagine like our rabbits like have little like leaves around. I think like the little leaf backpack like with food in it.
We're getting too mouse guard here. So here's the thing: these are like real rabbits, and real rabbits don't actually have
Yeah.
like backpacks. So maybe you're just carrying something in your mouth to eat later. We'll get to that anthropomorphic rabbit stuff during mouse guard.
I feel like we really need to, with as much as we're getting into this.
They're real.
Dude.
These are real rabbits in a naturalistic world.
Yeah. Do we if we want to talk to the squirrels, what do we know about squirrel customs? I looked probably Alton up for that answer.
Yeah, I'm
Like
looking at
do
Alfin
we
too.
should we come bearing acorns? Like you know what I mean? Like how do we make a good impression? That kind of stuff, right?
See, the thing about the squirrels is that they're very honor bound. Uh, you know, Call of Duty or whatever it is that they uh, do. But they differ from region to region, which is the big thing. Now, these are flying squirrels. They're slightly different. I've only dealt with them before. I haven't spoken to this particular set of squirrels. I do believe some type of gift would be fruitful. Luckily, they aren't carnivores, so they wouldn't expect one of us to be the gift.
So what should we give them?
Well, they are shrewd. They are negotiators, I believe, as they deal with Odin as much as I do myself. So some value of information might be interesting, and I think I have just the key, if my feathered friend hasn't already given it to them.
Okay. Then maybe we should consider having a backup gift.
Would be wise. It would be very wise.
Well, I hear squirrels are very scared. Maybe I can use my backup fist.
It might not be fruitful when we're surrounded by them.
Yeah, I don't think fighting our way would be the correct choice, Patches. This must be handed with this must be dealt with tact. Um, I know what I can do. I have the answer. Um, but I don't. It's like just trust me that I know I have a backup, and I don't want to explain it actually to you guys what I want to do. But secretly, it's about politicking and the fact that I'm in second command and I can make promises maybe to the squirrels or something, like political shit if I have to.
Why is
I
this
love
so...
how you're like, I can make promises. You know,
Yeah,
like
I
I
don't-
did to Sparks.
Yeah.
So one of the interesting things I've noticed about this campaign is that we're playing real squirrels, but it's turning into what if real squirrels lived in a world like Game of Thrones?
You mean rabbits? You mean rabbits?
Rabbits, yeah. Rabbits and animals. A game of Warrens.
Game of Warrens. I mean, the thing is, you live in a real world with real world problems. Like, what happens when you need to sacrifice a kid every year to the foxes?
I go live in a hut in the woods. Fight drowners on my days off.
Become the Mad King, obviously.
There we
Do
go.
some of that Adam Koebel Reign of King shit. Yeah, so, I don't know that I want the journey to be a thing. Like, I don't know that I want you to have, like, random encounters and stuff. I think we just show up, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I just wanted to make sure that we knew what we're going to talk about before we get there.
Yeah, so you arrive at the base of the great birch tree, and we can see like a number of squirrels that are up there, all just chittering away at each other, and occasionally like floating from one tree branch to the other using their immense squirrely wings, because they're flying squirrels.
Do any
Ooh.
of them notice us?
Are you attempting to not be noticed?
No, I'm
Okay.
not at least.
No.
Then yeah, I think some of them notice you.
Okay.
And a big black flying squirrel like dives down towards you. What do all of you do? It's like it's not got its wings open. It's literally just like fallen out. It like just leaned forward until it tilted over and just fell out of the tree towards you.
I'm just gonna sit.
I'm gonna be comfortable.
Okay. Patches?
I'm gonna stand in front of my sister and look all menacing, just to look like I'm keeping her guard.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got like Althan and Saffron hold their place, and like Patches scrambles in front of Saffron to protect her. Okay. In that case, can I have Althan and Saffron roll to resist panic? Because you're just trying to keep cool.
What is that?
Steady plus steady. Oh yeah, no. Althan nailed it.
So did I.
Oh, you got a 10 as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Right
man,
above it.
you got it before I got to the switching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
So,
good. Too fast.
yeah, you guys keep it together, all three of you, and at the last possible moment, the flying squirrel opens its flying squirrel wings and whoosh, like you get a down blast of just air as it like soars over you and so close to the ground. There's a little bit of like contrails coming from behind him off of like the loose dirt. And then he hits the ground and turns while he's still like splayed out on all four legs. So he's just like whoosh, like some cool like James Bond driving a car over ice shit. And bloop, 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 in three enormous jumps with his big bushy tail like rising up behind him. He's like, "So, what are three rabbits doing here at the Legion base?"
We're here to speak with Hall.
You are here to speak with Ha. What purpose would you have of speaking with Ha?
A trade of information.
See, a trade of information.
Much like
Are
you do with
you-
Odin, our common friend.
Odin, a common friend. I see. Yes, I can take you to Ha's office. We can speak with him in the highest branches of the tree. You don't mind that, do you, little rabbits?
I don't mind. I've
I'm
been up
not
in a
afraid
tree
of
before.
anything.
So, yeah, when you say that, this large squirrel just looks at you, Patches, and maybe moves directly in front of you to, like, sniff you out from your front end, and he's just like, "You're not afraid of anything, huh? You should be." Follow me. And he starts jumping forward, and, in a small distance away, there's like a fallen log that's set up against the tree he just fell out of, and he like hops up it, and you can see it takes you to like some of the lowest branches of this tree.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, "If you aren't afraid, follow me up here. I must say, we've never had a rabbit actually make it."
It wasn't too far of a trip.
I meant up here. And now he's like hopping up this rotted tree log that's fallen against the much larger tree.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. Just do what I do.
So
I
there's-
caution Patches. I'm very cautious. I'm scared about climbing up here. But I'm gonna do it. But
And then there's like a second log. So yeah, wow, this is a terrible drawing. But here's what it looks like. There's like this big tree that he and his buds were up in, and then there's like a fallen tree that's pressed up beside it, and he's hopping up it to get to the lower set of branches. Yeah, yeah. You guys are climbing up the side of the log, then?
Sure.
Yeah.
What do
okay.
we roll?
Nothing. You just do it.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
just want to make sure you're going to do it. Yeah. I'm sorry, Patches. What were you rolling for?
The move I have for climbing up trees.
Oh, you're just gonna climb up it without doing the log thing? You're literally just gonna like bloop bloop bloop.
Yeah.
Okay.
like a squirrel.
Yeah. You hold one, but only if you take a scar. So, do you want to take a scar? If not, then you just don't make it up.
Let me just quickly check to see what I have.
You're like, what can I afford to lose? Because remember, when you take damage in this game, you lose moves. Pride. If only pride were a move. You can probably lose mate, buddy. You don't need that one anymore. You got that in the bag.
I think I'm going to get rid of relax, like just like all this stress of like.
Whoa! Are you sure you want to get rid of relax?
Yeah, he's the storyteller with him.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I'm going big.
Yeah.
As
you
like
are.
as I get a little bit paranoid as I do the feat of.
You
of
can
like,
never feel safe again for the rest of your life.
Just PTSD.
Oh man, Cottontail dropped, and the last thing she saw was Brushfire falling patches. You did miss so much. Can someone fill her in chat? Yeah. So you're sneaking up the tree. Which one of the options would you like to take as you bounce up?
Patches or us?
It's Patches. So Patches is specifically climbing the tree by going to the branches rather than using the fallen log.
I think I'm going to be silent, so I look a bit graceful as
Okay.
I'm doing it.
So I think what we get is like two squirrels together, like talking. Both of them have acorn berets on, and they're talking over an acorn. And one of them's like, "Oh yes, this is a fall of last year," and the other squirrel is like, "Of course it's a fall of last year, you fool! All of them are fall of last year. We put them away specifically for this." And they're just looking at each other, and then out of nowhere, this much larger rabbit sails majestically through the air and lands on a branch next to them, and they're both still talking to each other, and he like jumps away, and the first one's like, did you hear something? And the second one's like, no, of course not, why would I hear something? And we get like Patches solid snaking his way up the tree. Yeah. And so you make it to the top, where this big black squirrel turns around and says, "Okay, well then, we are in my office. What do you want to talk about?"
So, first things first. The bombs. Or the bomb droppings.
Oh, no, 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 no. You say bomb
Yes.
droppings. This is bad publicity for us. No, no, no. That was, how you say, a delivery by our friend Sasha. Our good, loyal friend Sasha. Most helpful Sasha.
The friend who would take some of your own.
Oh,
Just
yes,
for
you know how
safety.
Sasha operates then. So, you were there at that particular barrel where we recently performed the delivery then.
Yes. Yes, I was.
Yes. We have no quarrel with your people. It is simply business. Just dropping things off.
Well, the interesting thing is that me and my compatriots here managed to find out a little piece of information that could deal with our common problem. Certain orange one.
An orange one. You mean our good mutual friend Sasha, who everyone just adores.
Oh, I would never go as far as to mention something like that, but there is a particular orange menace that has been going around and has a very large tract of land to themselves, and no one's there to contest it.
I see you understand how to speak squirrel, my friend. Yes. I do know of this orange friend with lots of land you speak of. So, what is it then?
Well, the interesting thing is that an alliance could be forged between yourselves, possibly, or we should say a friendship, much as my good friend Odin would speak it. A friendship between yourselves, honourable, good folk, and those of Hopshire.
So, yeah, I think that there's like one branch at the top of this tree. You know, it's slightly below the top of the tree. And he like walks out to it and looks longingly across the sky, perhaps towards like the noonday sun, and it's just like, you wish to form an alliance, a coalition, you might say.
Yes.
Oh.
So I have 2 bits of information available for trade.
Oui?
Two.
Oui?
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood you.
He's
One
French.
involves a threat to the orange, and the other is a piece of information on the strength that we possess.
So, yeah, he says, very well then, let us speak plainly. I am not opposed to confronting this Sasha, if it be needed, but if we are going to do business, I need to know who you are and who these companions are, and how did you even get into the tree here?
Look, that is Patches. He's the most vulnerable warrior, extremely strong.
Yes, well, if every rabbit from your Vaughan is capable of doing what he does, I think that soon I will be out of a job.
Maybe. There are quite a
Aw.
few of the younglings who look up to him in such a way. And then this is Saffron. She is head in line to, one of the heads in line to become part of the ruling class, if you will. And at the moment is a more of a emergency leader.
It's nice to
Yes.
meet you.
Wukong's here.
Yes, she also is the figure of dog.
Oh, the dog. Our most ancient menace.
Our sworn enemy.
This Sasha, in recent memory, has been quite bad, but our people speak of the dog. The dog, from time immemorial, has always attempted to stop us from digging down in to put the acorns and then bringing them back up in the wintertime. Yes.
You see like a twinkle in you just see a twinkle in Alton's eyes. And my name is Alton. I'm not from this warren.
You are Alton?
I am Alton. That is correct.
The Alton.
Yes, do I know you of
Well,
some
I don't want to
relation?
brag, but
My father spoke of you once.
Oh, Leoric? Leodric.
Yes, aye. So, and then he like sits. So he does a thing that squirrels do, where they like get up on their hind legs and like look at you really suspiciously, like squirrels do. And he's like, "So you are the Orphan then?" And then he like puts himself down, and he's like, "Who is that little one back there?"
To be honest, I
Charleston Chew?
completely forgot. His name is
Charleston
Charleston Chew. He's a youngling,
Why
and
would
we're
you
trying to
bring
teach
a
him the
little
ways.
child baby with you to negotiate with hardened delivery men like myself and the Legion?
Now,
Charles.
You live in your tree every day, so maybe its beauty and splendor is befallen on your eyes far too many times. But any chance that we could get to show the wondrous trees that you have here to our younglings to teach and to show as representation to the rest of our kind, the better.
Yeah, it's important for the next generation of rabbits to admire the generosity and fairness that is given by the squirrels.
So yeah, I think he begins laughing and it's like, "Oh, you speak squirrel very well. I see that you can understand our ways. You are full of what do they call it? Crow's poop." All right, very well then, little one. And like he starts moving cautiously towards you, Saffron, where Charleston 2 is like hiding behind you. Is anyone doing anything to stop him from like approaching?
Yeah, I'm staying in front of him, and I ask him like, "Excuse me, what are you doing?"
You wanted to show the little one the world. You wanted him to see the beauty and majesty of this particular tree. I will show it to him.
We're also here to, we're more importantly here, or we're most importantly here to admire the generosity and what do you call it when when you welcome somebody in your house? Guest
Hospitality.
hospitality of the squirrels.
So he's like, the hospitality of the squirrels. I don't remember offerings that you. Is there some reason I should?
We are in your house right now, so yes.
Yes, you have to listen to my sister. So he does a little bit of thudding as he
Oh.
speaks plainly
Okay.
with his fists.
Yeah. I love how you're like, yeah, I'm being totally reasonable right now. Listen to my sister or else. There's no way this can go poorly. Go ahead. Make your roll. Well, shit, you got an 11. So, yeah, he's approaching you, and then he stops as Patches, like, thumps, and maybe the whole tree shakes because you're at the top. And he, like, looks around, he's like, yes, of course. Yes. Whatever it is you say, Monsieur Patches. Fine. I will not show the little one what the beautiful tree this is. So, you say you are here, mon ami Saffron, mademoiselle, to negotiate on behalf of your people. What assurances do I have that you are even, how do they say, your word will be binding?
The fact that I know Odin's name.
Alton, of course you know Odin, but I know that you don't speak for this particular warren. I have heard from my father that you are more mercenaries than I am, and I would sell almost anything.
He kind of shrugs and says,
You are a traveler, yes? I want to know that next summer, whatever deal we make will still be in place, of course.
"Oh, that is very true."
This
And then he looks
Saffron
towards
must
Saffron.
speak for herself.
That is why this deal will be honored and arranged from now until fulfillment. Part of the reason why I brought the younglings here is to see and then witness the deal, so they will remember.
I'm sorry, I'm dealing with my cat right here. She's just going nuts. So yeah, he's like, of course, all right. So you are using the fact that you brought a young one with you to prove that you are capable of negotiating with me.
Indeed.
It is not the worst argument I have heard today, but then again, I hang out with squirrels all day, so not exactly setting a high standard.
I don't make any remark to that. I don't want to disrespect squirrels.
Yeah, I think he's like watching you and waiting to see if you say something on that, and just kind of like gives an up nod, like, yes, yes. So, what is the deal you wish to make? You have 2 pieces of information about Sasha and the situation. Something powerful enough that you think that I will break whatever deal I have with Sasha and fight on your side instead.
Well, I believe that the squirrels do not wish to fight alongside a fox voluntarily.
Honestly, we would prefer to fight no one at all. Do you think that it is
Indeed.
not extremely costly for us to use the very things that we eat as
Yes.
ammunition?
Exactly, which is why it's so important for us to to work together to ensure that there's no need for fighting.
So I say again, what is the deal that we have now? What is the deal?
The
Do we maybe
deal.
do we want to take a break here? Because we're like right at break time.
Yeah, let's
And
take a
maybe
break.
we can have the players during the break think of their negotiation strategy, because I don't
Yeah.
know that we have one.
I don't think we have one yet.
All
That's
right.
perfect. Perfect idea.
All right. Excellent. So here we are. We're going into a 7-minute break. When we come back, we'll figure out exactly what the hell's going on and how they will negotiate with Ha.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll be back for part 2. 2 more hours left.